So the first point I'd like to explore with each of the panelists is the point to do with economics. So if I just pose a question, the manner in which we're going to do this is I will pose the question, and then each person will be given an opportunity to share some thoughts on it. We have a Western model of civilization in which economics is very utilitarian, and it's guided by the desire for profit and the desire for creation for the purposes of greed and ownership and possession. As representatives of a tradition and also as the Divine Feminine incarnate today, Trupti ji, I welcome you to have 3 minutes to share your thoughts on the economics aspect with regard to the Divine Feminine perspective.
Namaste all. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Sanstita Namastasya, 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 Namo Namaha. So what is Shakti? Do we just consider Shakti as a strength? Not really. Shakti is a combination of strength and with the sense of dharma. So Shakti is rightfulness of protecting something. Shakti is energy that is Devi Saraswati that imparts into education, and Shakti is also Laxmi, Devi Laxmi, and that is the Western world revolves around in terms of the economics, as we call it. So when we consider about Laxmi ji is not just that people think about the money and this whole wrong misconception we've been fed for last 40, 50 years that you go to God, you go to Mandir and you pray to Lakshmi Narayan, so Lakshmi ji, and say, God, please give me so much money and so much this and so much that if we actually give you 100 rupees of prasad. Totally and utterly, this is misconception, and we need to come out of that darkness of this understanding of Shakti, and we need to really start looking into the matters. How does the world revolve? Because when you look at economics, and when you think about our ancient system, even I remember my grandmother's time when we used to go to her village. And the vegetable man will come and he will exchange in a barter system with some grain, and a woman would come with on her head. If some of you might remember it, with lots of new pots and pans. And she would shout in the street, that's her business. And we would invite her in the house and we would give some old clothes and some new clothes, and depending on what you give, she would give you whatever the pot or a pan or whatever that gives you back. So there was no like a monetary exchange in that. Now, when the whole universe or the whole Bharatiya system worked like that in previous years, the capitalism has actually killed it. But that's another subject for another day. Namaste.
Namaste, thank you so much, Trupti ji. You brought it into a very nice space. You mentioned Lakshmi Devi at Diwali time, and indeed in the aartis that we all do at Diwali. We identify Lakshmi ji as the earth, Surya Chandrama Dhyavat, she whom the sun and the moon hold in their attention and gaze at. And economics is certainly, if anything, it's the manner in which we use her resources. So thank you for bringing that point in.